Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa and today's reading is going to be how does your person currently feel about you? Blunt AF. So what I'm going to be doing in this reading is looking into your person's current thoughts and feelings, where they stand with regard to you and this connection that you share with them. Getting into some disclaimers, the reason that I label this video Blunt AF is because my goal and intention with this reading is to present you guys with the honest truth of what I'm seeing. I do find that sometimes love readings can get a little bit too rainbows and sunshine. If I see rainbows and sunshine, of course I'm going to share that with you, but I want to make sure that you're getting all the different nuances that are at play within your situation, whether that's positive, negative, or just sort of neutral and indifferent news that you might receive. So as a disclaimer, you know, if you're feeling at all sensitive about this person and you may not be feeling open to hearing potentially bad news, this might not be the best fitted reading for you. So please watch with caution. Also keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading. So some messages may resonate quite specifically to you in your situation while other messages may not. As a best practice, if something is feeling confusing and it's not really connecting for you, that may not be a message for you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, and please do not take it personally or get upset if something that a general YouTube reading is saying isn't specifically resonating with your entire situation. If you do want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do so will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are usually a great way to get a more accurate read on your specific situation. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our deck selection. So we are working with 3 groups today. Starting here on the left, we're going to have group number 1. This is the Magical Dogs Tarot, and we're working with rose quartz here. For group number 2, we are working with the Herbcrafters Tarot and this Blue Apatite. And then for group number 3, we're working with the Ocean Tarot with this Strawberry Quartz. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and their current feelings, where they stand. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box where you will locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey Pile 1, if you guys picked the Magical Dogs Tarot with this Rose Quartz Palm Stone, this will be your reading. We're going to be looking into your person's current feelings for you with regard to this connection. So as always, we're going to kick this off with some oracle cards just to kind of look to see where they stand. Then we'll move into some tarot cards, more oracle cards, and close this out with some messages from them. So for pile number 1, Rose Quartz, where does their person currently stand with regard to this connection? Oh gosh, okay. So we had 2 fly out face up here. I think we're gonna go ahead and take these. So for you guys, we have the tribe and we have conclusion here. This is their current position where they stand in this connection. So there is an energy for this person of something coming to an end. You know what I mean? Like there's like this energy of like we've tied a bow on something. You see that here, how they've kind of tied a bow and put this lock here on whatever this little charm is. But the key is here to unlock it. Yeah, so it feels like something has come to an end with regard to this connection. Now, as we get more into your reading, we'll kind of see more specifically what this conclusion could be talking about here. For some of you, I feel this person may want some closure, whereas for others of you, this could be talking about literally the end of this connection, or maybe what I'm really getting though is more so an ending of a cycle or a chapter within this connection. I definitely feel like this person sees you as a part of their tribe, like their soul family, or maybe you guys are sort of like part of the same friend group. I'm also really being drawn here to how like we have these 2 elephants right here and this one that's kind of off by themselves. So I'm wondering for some of you, this person is kind of feeling like they want to invite you more into their group or invite you more into their space. For others of you, this may be talking about them wanting to feel more included within your space. So Already lots of different messages coming up here. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards. Let's see how they're feeling. Get some more clarity here on this situation. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am just a hot mess with shuffling today. Sorry, I'm like recording this on a Saturday morning and maybe like I'm just not totally awake yet. Okay. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. Let's get it together, Melissa. All right. So how do they feel for pile number 1? Let's get some clarity here. How's this person feeling? You know what's interesting is I'm seeing the 4 of Wands coming up here, which also talks about like creating a welcoming environment. You know what I mean? Like there's that energy of the tribe that's being echoed there. I want to see. Yeah, so it's like I definitely feel this person is wanting to feel more included or wanting to include you more in their space. There could be an energy of like someone here getting a home or purchasing a home and wanting to like give you the key or something. I don't know. That could just be like one random person out there. But let's continue. How do they feel about pile 1? So we have the Trickster, which is the Devil card. We have the 2 of Sky in reverse, which is the 2 of Swords in reverse. We have the High Priestess card. Let's clarify the Devil, the Trickster. We have the Moon card in reverse. Clarifying this 2 of Sky in reverse. We have the Judgment card. Yeah, see, there's like new beginning energy coming up here. Like, okay, clarifying this High Priestess, please. That's too many. We have the 9 of Sea, which is the 9 of Cups. That's such a cute card. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the 9 of Sky. So there are some fears and anxieties that this person is dealing with for sure. Definitely makes sense with that Moon card here, but I definitely feel for a lot of you guys that this might be something that they're overcoming. So let's just continue. I'm going to pull one more Oracle card and then we'll get into this. How is pile 1's person currently feeling about this connection? About pile 1. Truth be told. True love. Yeah, you guys, like, I know that a lot of these cards that came out aren't necessarily like lovey-dovey cards, especially from the tarot, and especially with that conclusion card, but like the whole time that I've been channeling this energy and shuffling these cards, I've been feeling like this really hopeful energy. And I feel like this is your person that's feeling hopeful and inspired even by a lot of you. We also have Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson at the bottom. So this person, I feel like you guys are definitely a part of this person's healing journey in some way. And I kind of feel like this person may struggle with something around like feeling anxiety in relationships, or maybe like obsessive thoughts in relationships, fears in relationships. And so something about you in this connection, something about your energy, as I think allowing this person to kind of like awaken to those patterns that they have and become a little bit more aware of them. And I love that this is talking about like the mastery of a spiritual lesson, because I feel like your person is like awakening in a sense, like they're aware of these things. So there's definitely a lot of love here in this connection. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. So no matter what the situation is with this person, I do feel that they have a lot of pure love for you here. It's interesting though, you guys did pick the rose quartz, because for me, this is definitely like a crystal that's great for love, but specifically self-love. And that's kind of what I feel this person is learning, is more self-love energy through this connection. I feel like perhaps in the past in this connection, your person may have struggled with like some maybe obsessive thoughts, obsessive tendencies, maybe even like codependent tendencies with the devil, because you guys, the devil card, when I see this in like a feelings context of how they feel, this is typically when someone is like really obsessed over us. And especially with that 9 of sky, like the 9 of swords being here at the bottom of the deck, it's giving me like obsessive thoughts in a sense, more so than other types of obsessions. Like sometimes this can be like more sexual as well. But there's definitely was something in this connection that your person was maybe obsessing over a little bit too much. And I feel like they were doing so because with the moon here, they had a lot of fears, or maybe still are moving through a lot of fears and anxieties as it pertains to relationships. And I also think for them, maybe they weren't really sure about how you felt or where you stood, or they weren't really sure about like where this connection was going in general. So because maybe this connection was moving through this period of uncertainty in the past, it was causing this person to really overthink things, you know, and like obsess in an unhealthy way. It's interesting, too, because with this card of the devil, the trickster, typically this is when, like, this card would depict, you know, two people being bound to this, like, entity that's, like, a negative entity. But I'm noticing here how there's this, like, what was probably a rope that was kind of binding this dog. It's been cut, you see? So it's like, I think this person is sort of realizing that they're not as stuck as they think they are when it comes to understanding this connection and understanding themselves. And I think that they are waking up to the fact that they have like the free will to make choices and decisions to maybe confront this or move in a way that is positive for them. This person with the Two of Swords in reverse, I definitely feel, if they haven't already, that they're wanting to have a conversation with you. This person might have been like avoiding you for some reason. You know, maybe there's been some sort of like elephant in the room that needs to be addressed in this connection that this person maybe hasn't wanted to talk about before. But with it being reversed, clarified by judgment, I do feel that this person is getting ready to sort of come back around to maybe finally address whatever this elephant in the room is. I feel like your person, because like they're closing out some sort of chapter in their life, like for some reason I feel like you guys were friends or something, and maybe this is something where it could be leading to more, I don't know, but either way, like there's something that's closing out for this person. There's something that's closing out for this connection with that conclusion card. And with judgment being here, your person is sort of like now looking at this connection and asking themselves, like when they look at this connection, when they look at their whole life and everything they have going on in general, how does this connection fit in? You know, a lot of times for me, judgment card is talking about like second chances, wanting a rebirth or wanting a renewal of something. And so I do feel here, like in the present energy, your person maybe in this sort of like decision-making phase, this evaluation phase, where they're trying, like they know in general in their life they want some sort of new beginning for themselves, and maybe they're trying to sort of decide how you fit into that. Maybe it's starting off just as friends and kind of seeing where things go. But I definitely feel with the High Priestess card, this person, they may come across to you a little bit reserved. It might kind of feel like they're sort of keeping to themselves in a sense. But I feel like the reason they may be doing this is because they're trying to focus on finding fulfillment and happiness within themselves. You know, especially if your person in the past has struggled with more like codependent relationships where maybe they've unhealthily latched onto others, or maybe like vice versa, maybe others have unhealthily latched onto them. I see with this Nine of Cups here that your person is really working on reaching a place of emotional fulfillment with just self, going back to that rose quartz, self-love. I do also think this person may feel as though you guys are very, like, I also think this could be like how they perceive you too. Like, there's an energy here with the High Priestess of them maybe feeling as though you're a little bit elusive to them or secretive, and there's something that they still need to kind of figure out about you and about this connection. But I do think that there's this perception that, like, you could bring them a lot of happiness and fulfillment into their life. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get some clarifying cards here with the Archer's Love Oracle deck. This is the first version of the deck, and we're going to work with a couple more Oracle decks before we close this out. So let's see. How is Pile 1's person currently feeling about them? Not really looking. Okay. Let's pull a few more. We have text, call, email. Yeah, see, like I was saying, like they, it's like they want to communicate with you. That's definitely coming through in their energy. Secrets coming to light. Didn't I say secretive was coming up? So yeah, I definitely feel this person is wanting to communicate with you and maybe share more about what's been going on. They do have a little bit of self-doubt coming up here with wishful thinking. Like, I think a part of them still is still like kind of working through some of these fears and anxieties around this connection. Because I think that they see you as being someone really aspirational and inspirational to be with, and maybe there's an energy of not being sure if it could really happen. Yeah, but I kind of feel like maybe your person, like, even though we do have true love here, you guys, really what I see with your person's energy is that they're more focused on themselves, like their own healing, their own self-fulfillment. They're focused on just some sort of refresh in their life in general, which I think this is why we have not really looking here. So it does sort of feel like this person might be like still wanting to connect with you at the very least on a friendship level right now, because it almost just feels like they have other stuff that they're trying to work through before they could have like a commitment with someone. But it doesn't feel sinister. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels like someone who's a bit self-aware, you know? So let's go ahead. Let's get these status cards just to see how they're perceiving the status of this connection. This deck always gives us like the real tea. So let's just see what comes up. How are they perceiving the status of your connection for pile number 1? Situationship. This can get confusing. Ask yourself, where is this going? What do you want? So yeah, maybe in the past, that was sort of how this person was perceiving this connection. Like they were a little bit confused with the Moon card and the Devil. Maybe some of you guys were in more of a physical connection in the past, or some sort of unhealthy-ish connection in the past. This person was confused about that. You know what I mean? They didn't really know where it was going, which makes a lot of sense. But it doesn't, I don't know, let's continue, but I don't feel like they want that from you anymore with that conclusion card. Like this feels like past energy and they're trying to move out of it, but let's see. I could be wrong. We have let's try this. Willing and wants to put in the effort to see where things will go. Yes, see how we're kind of moving into more like positive energies here, more clarity. And that's maybe why this person may want to communicate with you. They want to talk about whatever went down in the past with this connection, whatever blurred lines that there were. And there's an energy of wanting to potentially put in some effort to see where it goes. Then we have all in. Let's work things out through the good and bad and ugly. It's easy to leave, but I want to stay. So that is beautiful energy to leave things with, pile number 1. Bottom deck, we do have this card. So there is still that chemistry here. There's still physical attraction. So just keep that in mind, which is not a bad thing. Let's kind of close out with some message cards. Let's just see what this person would say to you if they were being truthful and honest about their feelings. Okay. We have regret. I wish I could take back the things I said. See, there's definitely something about the past, the history in this connection that this person is wanting to change. They don't like, when they reflect back on it, they feel badly about it. You know what I mean? And they don't want to go back to that energy is what I feel. It definitely feels like they're wanting a fresh start with you. We have music. Song lyrics are speaking to me. This could be a connection where you guys communicate energetically through music. This person is getting inspiration through music. I feel like there are certain songs that probably like remind this person of you. Let's see. And we have incomplete. There's still so many unsaid things between us. So kind of, remember at the beginning how I was talking about this card with closure? I do feel that this person is wanting to have a conversation with you, in part because they are needing some sort of closure here. There's something, secrets coming to light, right? There's something that they're wanting to express to you that they haven't yet. We have memories. I've never forgotten you even though you think I have. So just know that if you haven't spoken with this person in a while, they are still very much thinking of you. And I do believe that there have been a lot of really good memories that this person holds for you. So pile 1, overall a pretty positive reading. I'm excited about that. I would love to hear how you feel it relates to your situation in the comments down below. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you all are aware when I'm uploading new videos, and I will see you in a new reading really soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you guys picked out this blue Appetite Tower and the Herbcrafters Tarot, this will be your love reading. So we're going to start off just by channeling your person's current position as it pertains to this connection. So let's just kind of see like where they currently stand when it comes to you. So we have mutes. And we have received popping out with observer at the bottom. So this definitely feels like you and this person may not be in communication currently, especially with that observer card at the bottom of the deck. There's definitely this energy of this person kind of spying on you or keeping tabs on you, maybe from a distance, online, things like that. It's interesting too, you guys did choose blue apatite. So this is already giving me major like throat chakra vibes. So there could be a blockage here for this person when it comes to being able to express themselves to you. Right now, I feel like this person with that mute card here, it's almost like this energy of just going silent, you know, for lack of a better word. That's kind of redundant. That's what it kind of is saying on the card, right? Mute. But I also think for some of you, this person may be consciously trying to mute you. You know what I mean? Like when you put someone on mute, you don't hear them. So it's like there's some sort of message that they feel like they've gotten from you. And they're kind of putting their hand up and they're saying, I get it. I received that message. And now they're putting you on mute. So I don't know if this person, even though we have that online energy at the bottom, like I don't know if they've blocked you or maybe you've blocked them. But there's definitely what I feel is like a wall that's up and an unwillingness here to express or discuss whatever this issue is further. So it could be like a specific issue that this person is like not wanting to talk about. It could just be in general with your connection. But let's go ahead and go in with the tarot to get some more clarification on their feelings. So how does this person feel for group 2? So we have the Devil card in reverse. That's so funny because the Devil came up in the upright in the last pile, right? In that same place. Oh gosh, okay. How's pile 2's person feeling about them? We have the 10 of Fire, so that's the 10 of Wands. We do have the 7 of Earth, which is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, clarifying this Devil card. We have the Sun card. Clarifying the 10 of Fire. The 9 of Fire. Okay. And clarifying the 7 of Earth reversed. The 4 of Fire. 4 of Wands. Lots of fire energy, you guys. So this person, and we have the Sun card. This person could have a lot of fire energy in their chart. So Leo, Sag, Aries. We also do have Capricorn here with the Devil. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. So more fire energy. Like, that's interesting. But like, you know what, guys? Like the garlic it's giving me like that whole myth with vampires, right? Where it's like, the garlic repels them. Have you guys ever heard about that before? It's just like I'm definitely getting that this person is trying to block you out in some way, or they don't want to hear something, or they're feeling like they need to protect themselves. Let's just get one more oracle card and then we'll kind of get into this a little deeper. How's this person feeling for pile 2? We have Play Hard. This person, you guys, I feel like this person is just wanting things to feel easy. Look, we have unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. So for some of you guys, I do feel this person is unavailable. Whereas for others of you, I feel like this could be how they're feeling about you. Maybe you did not give in to something that they wanted, and so they're feeling like you're not available to them in some aspect. But a part of me is feeling like what this person wanted is probably... it probably wasn't in alignment with what you wanted. And I'm also kind of getting some energy here around someone who might have taken advantage of you in the past, whether they realized it or not. So, I mean, I could definitely see if you guys put down a boundary here, you know, why this person would feel put off by that, because they don't, to me, this person doesn't seem like super self-aware. I'm not going to lie. But let me get into this. So yeah, like that garlic energy of the Strength card is definitely making me feel like this person is putting up a wall. They're trying to like protect themselves from you in a sense. They may be a little bit defensive right now. That's not even really how I typically read the Strength card, but just like that is the message that I'm getting from it. But yeah, it's like they want this connection to be fun and easygoing. And I do feel that there is something about your connection that this person is currently feeling is not necessarily fun and easygoing, okay? So I want to start over here, kind of like our past energy. You guys have the Devil card coming up here in reverse with the Sun. I feel like this person in the past really liked indulging in this relationship. Like there's just something about your energy that this person loved. You know, this is blackberry pie, like very sweet, very unhealthy if you eat too much. You know what I mean? Like there's indulgent energy that's present here. And I feel like this person really liked indulging in your energy because you have a very healing energy about you with the Sun. I do think, I'm not like an expert on plants, and I never pick this deck up for reading, so just roll with me, you guys. But I think that St. John's wort is supposed to be a very healing herb, you know, right? If you guys know specifically, comment below. But from what I understand, it's supposed to be a very healing sort of plant that can be used to heal different ailments. You know, so I feel like this person was receiving a lot of benefits from being in your company in the past, right? Like, I don't know if they were consciously aware that they were receiving benefits. I think that this person just felt that in your presence, they felt really happy. In your presence, they felt really good. In your presence, maybe some of their inner demons or fears or problems that they were having in their life, like you were able to soothe and assuage those things for them. But, you know, sometimes you guys with that Devil card, this can also indicate a person that doesn't really have the best boundaries. You know what I mean? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you had to put down a boundary with this person, and this is why they've now gone mute. This is why they're maybe a little bit upset with you right now and kind of having their guard up. So if you did have to put down a boundary, please don't feel like you did anything wrong. You know what I mean? Because it probably was necessary is what I'm saying here. Now, this person, I feel with this 10 of fire, this is the 10 of wands, right? So there's an energy here of this person feeling like this connection is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and I do think that they are feeling a little bit defensive, guarded, paranoid, like they don't fully trust in this connection right now. It just feels like you guys had some sort of conversation that really like pushed this person away. But yeah, it's like they're coming from a place of feeling a little bit guarded, like the garlic, and like maybe a little bit untrusting. And this is causing them to feel like this is a lot of hard work for them. And this person, remember, they're wanting to play. You know, they're wanting to have a good time and just keep things kind of casual. Right now, they want things to feel easy, regardless of what the status or situation your connection is. And so because of this here, like, look, we also have the 7 of earth in reverse, which is the 7 of pentacles. So there's like this energy of them not really feeling like it's worth continuing to put the effort in. You know, the 7 of pentacles in reverse is sort of when we say, I'm throwing in the towel on that. I didn't get what I wanted out of that. I'm not getting the return on my investment, you know? It just feels like this person was used to getting some sort of treatment from you that they really liked. And then when you kind of like put your boundaries up or put your foot down, they were like offended that you took it away, when really like this person probably needed that boundary, you know? Again, like with the 4 of wands here, this person, I feel like they want to just feel welcomed by you. They want to feel welcome. They want to feel like they can join into your space, but it's like they don't want to have to be the one that's putting in the effort. Let me look at this. There's also just a lot of like chaotic energy that I'm seeing in this card. And this could be another factor for this person. Like if they have a lot of chaos, especially in their home life, this is also, I feel, why they're not able to put in the effort here. So let's go ahead and move into some clarifiers here. We're working with the Archer's Love Oracle deck. This is the version 1 of this. I do think that Erica has released a new one. If you guys are curious to check that out, let's just kind of see what else comes through for their feelings for pile 2. Vacation or staycation. Yeah, like in the past, you were like a vacation for this person from their responsibilities. That very indulgent energy, you know what I mean? Maybe something happened while you guys were on a vacation for some of you guys. We also have healing. Yeah. I just think in general, this person has a lot of, you know, they definitely have some things they need to work through, especially with that 9 of fire here, because this is a very mistrustful energy. You know, this is an energy of feeling like, just feeling like guarded, like they can't trust. And so like, if the scenario that I'm talking about is true for you, like if you guys did just simply put down a boundary and it pushed this person away and made them feel mistrustful, like that's kind of like not normal, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like someone who is respectful of others, like someone who is confident in themselves, like they should be able to like take respect, you know, take a boundary and respect it versus making it into this thing where they now can't trust you. You know what I mean? Like it's weird that that would have pushed them away, in my opinion. That's not professional guidance. That's just my opinion. Let's see. We also have emotions revealed here. So yes, I feel like this is what it was. Like, look at this therapy session at the bottom. See, I feel like you guys were almost like a therapist to this person with that energy here in the past. And maybe like when you revealed something to them, this is what sort of pushed them away. I want to pull some of these status cards because I want to take a look and see how they're perceiving the current status of this connection. So for pile 2, how's this person feeling the status of this connection at this time? All about the money. Someone's primary focus is money. Okay. So this can go twofold. Like for some of you guys, maybe this person is needing to focus on their finances right now. We do have a 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe they've had some investments that haven't worked out in the material realm. But for some of you guys, maybe they feel as though your primary focus is money. Maybe there was something about money spent on a vacation for some of you, but like, especially with that indulgent energy of the devil, you know what I mean? It's like, it just feels as though somebody here was in excess, you know? Let's get some more. We have bad. You won't get my heart, but I can work miracles. I feel like this person, like, the way they're perceiving the status of this connection is like somebody here is willing to like kind of go above and beyond for the other. Like there's an energy here of them feeling like maybe you are super helpful to them. Like you had this healing energy that you provided, but maybe they're feeling like you guys were a little bit guarded and you kind of blocked them out and you wouldn't totally let your heart down or let your guard down. And this person I think is wanting to know how you feel as well. But I also think vice versa, like this, I'm getting a lot of mirroring energy with this group, I have to say, like, because both of these cards I'm kind of reading as like, it could go either way. You know, like there's this energy here of a connection where somebody in the connection is supportive and helpful and doing everything they can for the other person, but still not allowing their own guard down to fully let the person in. We have my shorty. I'm not yours. You're not mine, but I'll always be around. Yeah. You know, like this person, again, it's like they view this connection in this like more kind of loving but casual manner, you know, where there's not really a defined commitment. There's not a definition of what it is. You guys are not exclusive, but there's love here, you know, for fun. We have divine timing. Now is not a favorable time. There are things impacting this connection. Yeah, I would definitely say that's accurate. Like it feels like this person has a lot of their own healing work that they need to do. And maybe for you guys that chose this pile, there's some things that you're working out as it pertains to love as well. So let's close this out. We're going to pull some of these message cards just to kind of see what this person might say to you if they were being honest about their feelings. For pile 2. Transformation, being apart has been life-changing for me. So this person is, if you guys are in separation, I do believe that they are working on themselves, and hopefully they've been doing some self-reflection on this relationship as well, you know, as they improve. We have sidetracked. I just got caught up in the moment. Yeah, so it feels like whatever you guys had going on, like this person, like they weren't really thinking things through all the way. You know, they were wrapped up in your healing energy and maybe not really thinking about like what was next or like the future. It was just like they were in the moment with you. And maybe they should have been focusing on other things when they were connecting with you as well. Let's get one more. Craving, the thought of you still does things to me. So yeah, there's still physical attraction and this person is thinking about you a lot in that way. But we also have apprehensive. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. You see, there's a lot of issues with self-confidence that I'm feeling with your person, group 2. And, you know, for them, for whatever reason, again, going back to that 10 of Wands, they're feeling like this connection is going to be really hard for them. And they want to just have like lighthearted fun with you. That's what I'm getting. So group 2, I am going to go ahead and close the reading out here, but I would love to hear from you in the comments how it resonates with your situation. So please let me know below. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of when I'm uploading new videos, and I look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. If you guys picked out this strawberry quartz with the Ocean Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to kick things off first by channeling like where your person currently stands with regard to this connection, just so we can have some better context for their feelings. So let's go ahead and see for group number 3, where does this person stand in their connection to group number 3? So we do have grief. So there's definitely some loss, some sadness coming up for them. We also have lessons. Okay. Yeah, so this person is regretful, I think, of something that happened in this connection. And it definitely feels like they're sort of like mourning a loss here with grief. But I feel like through this loss, through this grief, this person is kind of being pushed to reflect a little bit on what happened here. And there is an important lesson that they are awakening to through this energy. We do also have crossroads here at the bottom. So for some of you guys, I feel like maybe this person had been a little bit indecisive and uncertain. And if you walked away, they were like, now they're realizing that they were kind of like messed up. They messed up because their energy was very like wishy-washy. But I do think for others of you, now this person, through this awakening that they're having, it's like they're realizing that they need to make a decision here. They're at a crossroads, you know, do I go this way or this way? So it'll be interesting to kind of see like what comes through in their feelings here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that with the tarot, and then we will, as always, move into some oracle cards and close things out with some message cards. So you guys picked out the Ocean Tarot, which is like such a beautiful deck. I just got it recently for my birthday, so let's go ahead and see. How do they feel? The Devil reverse. This is so funny, you guys, because in every single pile, the Devil card has come out in that exact same position. That's nuts. But like really in all 3 piles, it's been in like sort of in reverse. Pile 2 and 3 were in reverse. So that's kind of interesting that we're seeing this theme coming up in like all of the readings today. So let's see. So 3 of Wands reversed. This was the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, let's clarify the Devil. How do they feel? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying this Knight of Swords. See? Okay. Hold on. Sorry, guys. The King of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. Bottom deck energy, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yes, I'm feeling like they wish they could turn back time. Like, I'm getting that Cher song in my head. If I could turn back time, you guys probably know what it is. I'm not going to sing it. Yes. Let's get one more oracle card, and then we'll kind of move into this a little bit more fully. So how do they feel? Vulnerability. Obstacles. Yeah. Interesting energy, guys. So let's kind of see here for this person. I definitely feel like this person with that vulnerability card coming up, it's like it seems like they do wish that they could kind of go back in time and sort of express how they were really feeling about things. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is definitely making me feel like this person is wishing they could go back. You know, they're mourning a loss here from the past. They're reflecting a lot on the past. And I also feel like this person almost thinks that, like, maybe just in general in their life, this person may be sort of down on their luck with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Maybe they've been dealing with a lot of obstacles, right? Like kind of like what this card was talking about in their life. And that's been sort of preventing them from being able to reconnect with this connection in the way that they would like to. But yeah, it's like this person with this Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like this energy of almost maybe wanting to like lower their defenses down, because underneath it all, we have the King of Cups. Maybe this person is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or their energy in the past had been very like combative or maybe even angry. Maybe they've had some anger. But I'm also being like drawn to how this shark is wearing this body armor, right? Which is making me feel like this person had their walls up and maybe they sort of like hide under this armor, and maybe their armor is a sharp tongue or something about the way that they communicate. But like deep down inside, this person has a lot of feels for you. Like there's definitely a lot of love here underneath it all with both that King of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. You know, it's interesting because, like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Brené Brown before. You can look it up if you want, but essentially she does like these professional development, like coaching sessions and things like that. And she talks about vulnerability a lot and how, like, you know, when we're not willing to be vulnerable, when we kind of have this armor up, and the armor can come in a lot of different forms, right? I think in this person's case, the armor was coming in like the way that they express themselves, maybe having that sharp tongue, like I was saying, or maybe for some of them, because this is in reverse, it's sort of like that lack of expression in a way. But it's like when you have that armor on and you're not taking it off and really taking the risk to put yourself out there to express your emotions, you lose out on being able to really connect with people on a deep and meaningful level. So it's like I almost am getting the energy that this person has been like playing it safe when it comes to this connection. And even though they have a lot of emotion here and there are certain things that they're wanting to express to you about how they feel, it's like they're afraid to take that armor off and like be vulnerable and just, you know, take that risk. And that could also be why we're having that Wheel of Fortune card coming up here in reverse, right? Because this person, I feel, is maybe nervous about taking a risk and speaking their truth here. So the Devil card in reverse is like, I think that in the past, you know, this person, and maybe even currently right now, like, this person, like, it's interesting because with your group, typically I kind of read these like past, present, future, but with your group, I'm kind of like getting all present energy right now. So I feel like this person, you know, it's like they have had some issues with maybe like attachment in their relationships. I'm especially getting this here with this Four of Pentacles in reversed. A lot of times when we see a Four of Pentacles for me in feelings readings, this is when someone's kind of like holding back. You know, they're not willing to let their guard down. This can also be kind of like jealous and possessive energy as well. And I feel like your person is in a place right now where they're trying to move out of that. And maybe this was the lesson for them that they learned. Maybe, in fact, in the past, when you guys were connected with this person, they had a little bit of this possessive, jealous energy. And, you know, this was coming from maybe some unhealed wounds for them. This could have been coming from just some toxic patterns and behaviors, some dynamic at play in the connection. But yeah, it's like right now I feel like they're in this place of trying to shed that stuff. They're trying to sort of release themselves from these patterns of behavior and let go of what is no longer serving them. But I also see this as a good sign of this person maybe wanting to finally open back up. But I definitely, I feel like they're getting there, but I feel like they're still not quite there yet. With the Three of Wands reversed, clarified by the Knight of Cups, I do feel like this person is in a place right now where it's like they, hold on a second, let me pull this up. You know, I definitely feel that this person wants to come forward and make some sort of romantic gesture toward you. I think for them, they may need to kind of focus more on like the short term of things versus the long term with that Three of Wands in reverse, because it just kind of feels like this energy of opening up and being vulnerable is very challenging for them. And so for them, I think it's going to be like about baby steps. You know what I mean? Even though they have the King of Cups, you know, the major feels for you, it's almost like they want to just start small. And if you notice, this Knight of Cups still has armor on. You know what I mean? So the romantic gesture may come, but just know that it may feel hard for this person. You know what I mean? They may still not be fully ready to completely let the guard down. If you notice, the King of Cups does not have any armor on. They have a crown. This is how they feel inside. It's like they have these deep feelings for you. But they're still working on how do they express it in a way that feels safe. So I want to pull some clarifiers here. We're going to go in with the Archer's Love deck next and just kind of see what else comes through. Let's see. How does this person feel? Excited for the future. So yeah, they're starting to like release a lot of that baggage from the past and sort of open themselves up to abundance. Because the thing about this Four of Pentacles, you guys, when we get this card in the upright, it's like you're clinging on so much to something that you cannot even open yourself up to receive. You know what I mean? Like you're blocking your blessings because you're holding on so tight to something else. You know, so I think this person is working on becoming more open to receiving abundance in their life just in general. We have fun. So this person may want to start things off, like I was saying, kind of starting off small, you know, starting off small, starting off like maybe even more casual, just to sort of like ease into it. We have cohabitation. You know, this is interesting because you guys had the Devil card over here, and I'm still getting a little bit of like clingy energy in a sense from this person that they're still trying to release. So it definitely feels like you could expect baby steps from them. But when I think of like cohabitation, this is sort of about like, I think of like merging lives together, living together, things like that. For some of you guys, maybe you are in that stage where it would be appropriate for them to ask you to move in together. For others of you, though, I see this more as like, again, taking it one step at a time toward more sort of like enmeshment into one another's lives in a healthy way. So let's take a look and see how this person perceives the status of this relationship right now. This deck always gives us like a lot of tea. So let's take a look. So we have walk away. You know what you want, you won't get it here. Interesting. Let's continue. We have cutthroat. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. Dating. Open to love, getting to know people, not committed to just one person. Yeah, I think this is kind of telling us a lot. Look, we have trustworthy. You can trust in this connection. So I think this is telling us a lot about like how this person is sort of thinking things through. You know what I mean? I feel like the way that they're approaching this connection, like I said, is more casual, right? They're starting to be more open. you are someone with that vulnerability card and trustworthy that they feel that they could see themselves opening up to on a deeper level, right? And I do feel that they want to date. They want to take you out. But there's still an energy here for this person of wanting to explore, because I do feel that they are wanting something specific in their love life. You know, we have, you know what you want, you won't get it here, right? And with cutthroat. So it's like, I feel like their mindset around this connection right now is like to date and explore and try to see how we can open things up. But knowing that, like, if it's not exactly what it is that they want, they're going to just call it as they see it and be prepared to walk away if need be, okay? Which isn't necessarily bad, you guys. I think it just depends on the situation. Like, I think a lot of us probably need to be in this mindset when we're dating. Like, you know, just being really anchored in what it is that we are wanting out of a relationship and being prepared to, you know, stick to our standards if something isn't quite up to what we want, up to par with what we want, you know? So let's see. I'm going to pull some of these message cards just to see what they would say to you if they were being truthful and honest about their feelings for group 3. We have protection. I feel safer in the silence. You see, this person is like, they have their guard up, like, big time. They feel I think emotional expression is very hard for them. You know, with that King of Cups, they definitely have feelings, though. It's just that they're, like, not going to say them. They're still working on it. We have irreplaceable. I keep comparing others to you. You see, like, they have you up on this pedestal, group 3. And even if they are out there dating, just know that, like, you're kind of the gold standard to them. Okay. We have avoidance. Seeing you reminds me of things that are not easy to deal with. Yeah. You see, I think that there's something about your energy, pile number 3, that, like, it's going to force this person to do better and be better. And I think that right now they're still maybe a little bit, like, because they're struggling so hard with vulnerability, I think that they're avoiding kind of like the responsibilities of this connection because it's hard for them. You know, like, they're safer just kind of being in the shadows, in the silence. You know, look at both of these cards. Like, all of these cards really are like, the person is like covered up. Their face is covered. They're wearing a hoodie. You know, it's like this energy of like being in the background in your life instead of really being ready and prepared to step up and be like the partner and to be, you know, responsible for certain things. But we do have memories at the bottom. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So even if you guys haven't been in communication with this person in a while, just rest assured that you are on their mind and they think about you a lot. They're comparing others to you. So very interesting, group 3. We're going to close your reading out there, but I would love to hear from you in the comments how you feel like this resonates with your personal situation. So please drop me a note down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you all are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye!